Nights can make small thoughts sound large. Maybe that's why I learned to begin where the noise lives, inside my own breath, inside my own body, inside a room where the light is low and the ordinary details are kind. The curve of a cup, the soft creases of a curtain, the quiet hum that a home makes when the world has gone to sleep. This isn't a cure-all or a miracle list. It's a handful of simple tools I practice daily to turn my nervous system down from alert to okay to I can stay with this. If anything here helps, please like this video and subscribe. It tells the algorithm and me that gentle, practical mental health content matters. It helps this small community grow into a softer place to land. Before we begin, a reminder I wish I'd heard sooner. Anxiety is not a personal failure. It's a protective system, a sensitive smoke alarm that would rather shout early than miss a fire. The amygdala rings the bell quickly. The sympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system accelerates the heart, tightens muscles, lifts breathing into the chest. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the part that plans and weighs and reframes, dims under stress, the way a city block flickers during a brownout. Our job isn't to rip out the alarm, it's to teach it when to quiet, to show the body honest signs of safety, to remind the mind that it can come home. I start with breath, because breath is portable and always close enough to touch. Box breathing makes time a shape I can carry. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. I picture tracing a square in the air, one side per count, the way a fingertip might travel a familiar path along the rim of a favorite mug. When adrenaline still swirls hot in my blood, I switch to 4, 7, 8. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, out for 8. Longer exhales amplify the parasympathetic response, the body's own dimmer switch. I don't force calm. I offer the biology a script it already knows how to read, and I let the rhythm do its small, loyal work. When thoughts race ahead like a dog off-leash, I call them back by anchoring to my senses. The brain struggles to catalog the present and catastrophize the future at the same time, so I name what's here, plainly. 5 things I can see. The chipped blue bowl, the stripe of sun that will be there tomorrow, the soft wrinkle in the curtain, the ring a glass left on wood, my faint reflection in the window. 4 I can feel. The chair against my back, cool ceramic under my palm, the weight of my sweater resting on my shoulders, my feet making an honest bargain with the floor. 3 I can hear. A distant car, a neighbor crossing the hallway, the small breath of air through a vent. 2 I can smell. Soap on my sleeves, citrus I cut earlier. 1 I can taste. Mint, coffee, the salt of my own breath. I am not performing serenity. I am returning to the room I am actually in. Anxiety loops inside the skull unless we give it a place to land. So I keep a plain notebook that doesn't mind coffee rings. I set a timer for 2 minutes and write what my body is doing and what my brain predicts. No editing. Heart loud behind the ear. Stomach tight before a call. The fear that the day will outpace me. Then I ask 3 questions. What's the actual evidence? What's a kinder story that is also true? What is one small action I can take in the next hour? Not a grand plan, just a doorknob. Answer 1 email, drink water, put on shoes, name the first slide. I don't aim for eloquence. I aim for externalization and a single step. Sometimes I need a quick reset that speaks the body's language clearly. 2 physiological sighs. Long inhale through the nose, a second shorter sip of air, then a long, unforced exhale through the mouth. This pattern helps redistribute oxygen and carbon dioxide, often lowering arousal faster than my thoughts can argue. Then a small tour. Jaw, unclench. Shoulders drop. Hands open. Belly soften. Eyes widen then settle. If there's a minute to spare, I walk through progressive muscle relaxation. Tense gently, then release. Forehead, eyes, jaw, shoulders, arms, belly, hips, thighs, calves, feet. I'm not punishing the body into quiet. I'm giving it contrast so it can remember what off feels like. Motion completes the stress cycle. It tells the biology the sprint is over. For that, I take a small walk, 5 minutes if that's what I have. I walk not to be good, not for metrics, but for rhythm. Inhale, exhale, step, repeat. Even on dense days, a tiny loop around the block or down a hallway and back gives the mind a metronome to rest inside. If I can't leave the room, I stand by the window and stretch the neck, roll the shoulders, circle the ankles, open the chest to breath like a sail catching wind. These tools don't ask us to be different people. They ask for small choices we can practice in ordinary rooms. I don't try to fix everything at once. I choose one. Breath, senses, pen, reset, walk. If sleep goes thin, I treat bedtime as a bridge. Screens earlier off than I think I need. Lights dimmed towards sunset tones. A book with a plot slow enough that no sprint will be demanded from a tired brain. The phone sleeps across the room, so my first touch in the morning is a lamp, a page, a glass of water, not a storm of urgency. Anxiety doesn't vanish from my life, and maybe not from yours. But peaks can soften, valleys can shallow, the recovery curve can shorten. The work is steady, not heroic. On nights when the ceiling feels loud, I try 1 minute of breath or 2 minutes of pen. On mornings when the mind crowds, I look out a window and name 5 colors. On commutes, I do the 5-4-3-2-1 quietly, not as a performance, but as a way of returning to the place my body inhabits. Beyond these immediate practices, I keep tending to the structures that make the next time kinder. I move caffeine toward mornings because it optioneers my heart if I drink it late. Alcohol, charming in its first hour, steals from sleep in the next. I learn to let it visit rarely. I eat like someone who wants steady shores, protein to last, complex carbohydrates that don't swing me between peaks and gutters, greens that taste like morning. It's not a sentence. I make room for joy. Joy is nourishment too. I simply try to time sugar and caffeine as kindness to the future version of me who will want calm. I treat boundaries like doors with doorknobs. I say no to one not yet essential thing each week. Not a brittle no that hides guilt, but a clear no that makes space for a fuller yes. I allow some messages to wait their turn. On the calendar, I title blocks with the care they intend. Body, deep work, walk, instead of busy, which tells me nothing. I add friction where it helps. Notifications off by default. A folder called later. Rules that keep mornings quiet until I tell my brain what kind of day it is. Limits are not walls. They are doors I choose to open or close with intention. Because anxiety is loud and information is quiet, I leave quiet information where I'll find it. A card that says, exhale longer than you inhale. A sticky note with, even if at the top, leaving space for a sentence like, even if today is messy, I can do one good thing. A water bottle where I'll bump into it. A book by the bed I actually want to read. These small architectural choices reduce decision fatigue and make the gentle act slightly easier than the anxious one. I learned to recognize mind habits by their names. Catastrophizing when the worst outcome becomes the only story I can see. All or nothing thinking when the complicated landscape collapses into either or. Mind reading when I assume I know what others think of me, and it is never kind. Personalization, when I become the axis of events I didn't cause. When I can name the pattern, I place guardrails. What is the evidence? Is there a kinder, equally true story? If a friend said this about themselves, what would I say back? I try to speak to myself out loud in the same tone, because my ears often believe what my mouth says. Interoception, the practice of listening inward without judgment, became a small daily ritual. I scan like a lighthouse: jaw, shoulders, hands, ribs, belly. I ask tiny questions the body can answer. Thirsty, hungry, have I moved? A minute of sunlight? My goal isn't never to feel fear, it's to become fluent in my signals, so I can answer them with proportion, not panic.
The 2-minute start is my agreement with avoidance. When a task feels huge and my mind whispers that starting is dangerous, I shrink the doorway. 2 minutes only. Open the document and title it. Write 3 bullets. Answer 1 email in 1 sentence. Clean the surface of 1 table. After 2 minutes, I may stop. Often momentum carries me further, but the real win is crossing the threshold where the alarm is loudest. Every time I cross it kindly, the alarm learns that entrances are survivable. The middle path between danger and discomfort took practice. The body can ring the same bell for both. Danger asks us to leave. Discomfort invites us to breathe and to stay. I ask, is this a moving car? Then step away. Is this a difficult conversation? Then breathe. Ask for 10 minutes to gather thoughts. Open with something true and kind, and let my boundary be a door with a handle, not a wall. Safety first, skill second, courage third, in small doses that build capacity instead of fractures. I keep lists not to control life, but to remember where calm lives. Places that lower volume, a certain park bench, the end table near the library window, the grocery store at 8 in the morning, the path along the water that is rarely crowded, people who are good for my nervous system, the friend who listens without fixing, the neighbor whose nod says, "You belong here," the family member who reliably asks, "Have you eaten?" I schedule these the way one schedules light. Kindness is a technical skill. After a mistake, I try to name context, not just failure. I speak to myself the way I would to a friend. Specific, honest, warm. You were tired. You tried 3 things. You learned something. You can make 1 repair. This tone is not indulgence. It is the fuel that lets a next attempt exist. I measure progress in small data. 1 fewer spike of panic this week, a meeting where my hands stayed steady, falling asleep 10 minutes faster than last month. Pebbles become cairns when stacked. When setbacks come, and they will, I widen the frame. Last month, last season, last year. Human change is granular. We earn it in minutes and keep it with maintenance.
There'll be nights when the ceiling returns, and the room feels a few degrees too warm, and the heart rehearses for a race it will never run. Those nights are not proof that you failed. They are proof that you are alive, and your alarm is sensitive, and your biology loves you enough to call the guard. Picture a wave rising. Ride it with breath. Inhale up the face, pause at the crest, exhale down the back. Ask the simple questions. Have I eaten? Am I thirsty? Have I moved? Do I need to tell someone I'm having a hard time? The body answers honestly when we ask kindly. If therapy is available, I sit with a professional who helps me see the whole picture with less self-punishment. We practice skills with names, cognitive, behavioral strategies to notice and reshape thoughts, acceptance and commitment practices to move toward values even with discomfort present, mindfulness exercises that invite presence without performance. Therapy isn't a fix-me shop, it's a steady mirror. If therapy isn't available, I practice the posture anyway. Notice, name, 1 small action, allow. And I remember, Nothing I say replaces medical care. If anxiety steals sleep for long stretches, interrupts daily life, or paints thoughts with hopelessness, professional help isn't a luxury. It is a lifeline. There is wisdom, not weakness, in reaching for it. My mornings and nights are now small rituals that bracket the day. In the morning, I drink water and stretch like someone whose spine remembers sky. I step into daylight, even for 60 seconds, to tell my circadian clock what time it is. If I choose music, I choose something that feels like an exhale. If I choose silence, I listen to the quiet orchestra around me. Tires on asphalt, a bird stitching bright thread across the air, a door closing somewhere, like a gentle period at the end of a sentence. At night, I reverse the arc. Less light, less news, less noise. A page or two of something slow, a breath that ends longer than it begins. I treat routine like a bridge I can cross even when the river is high. I keep returning to even if, because anxiety often speaks in what if. What if I fail? What if this symptom is serious? What if I'm not enough? Even if the meeting stumbles, I can learn one thing. Even if today is loud, I can do one good thing. Even if the path is unclear, I can take one honest step. Even if doesn't deny reality, it returns me to agency inside it. When I forget all of this, as humans do, I write reminders where my future self will see them. The bathroom mirror, the phone lock screen, the notebook by the bed. Small freezes that open doors. You are here. You are breathing. You are safe. You are allowed to rest. You are worthy of a life that feels like home. And on the days when home feels far, I walk a short loop, not to arrive somewhere spectacular, but to remember the rhythm that carries every living thing. Inhale, exhale, step, repeat. I look for one honest kindness I can offer the next hour. A glass of water, a clean corner of a table, a message that simply says, thinking of you. I tell myself the truth that makes movement possible. I don't need to earn calm by suffering first. I can practice it in small, renewable ways. If you are where I was, if your thoughts are heavy and your chest feels tight and your nights grow long, hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are a nervous system doing its best to protect you with tools designed for older storms. You can train it gently for modern weather. You can keep batteries in the smoke alarm and still open windows, press the quiet button, and serve breakfast to morning light. So we return to the basics that aren't basic at all. Breathe with attention. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Ground yourself in what you can see, feel, hear, smell, taste. Give your worry a page and a timer. Ask it questions. Choose one small action. Reset the body with a sigh. Teach muscles the feeling of release. Walk a small loop. Keep routine as a bridge and kindness as a craft. Label the habit and place the guardrail. Answer what if with even if. And when the water is high, reach for help. That too is a skill. Thank you for being here. If any part of this offered you steadiness, like this video and subscribe so this little community can keep growing. May tonight be just a little quieter than last night. May tomorrow open with one breath that feels like a door. I'll see you in the next one.